Have you ever heard a really off-key yelp in the middle of the night and wondered what on earth it was? Maybe you were half asleep and just imagined it. For some people, that sound is all too real and can be heartbreaking to hear. If you've ever had a pet, you probably know that when they get sick or are in pain, they'll often make an unusual noise. Sometimes it sounds like a yelp, other times more like a scream. But no matter what it sounds like, these noises always seem to come out of nowhere and scare the living daylights out of us. While most of these sounds can be attributed to your pet being in pain, there's another reason that can cause your furry friend to let out a blood-curdling yelp: sadness. In the wild, animals often express their feelings through howls. Howling is a form of communication and can help animals stay connected to their packmates over long distances. It also allows them to communicate their location and warn others of danger. Animals will often howl when they're feeling threatened, but they'll also howl when they're feeling particularly lonely. Even though our domesticated dogs don't live in packs anymore, they still have the instinct to communicate with other canines through howls. And unfortunately, that means that sometimes your dog might let out a soul-wrenching yelp in the middle of the night because they're feeling blue. For one Siberian husky named Tundra, her sadness came in the form of a long, drawn-out howl. At first, Tundra's owner, Jackie, didn't think much of it. She knew that the 3-year-old dog liked to howl along to the sound of sirens and other emergency vehicles. So she assumed that this was just another instance of Tundra mimicking those sounds. But the more she listened, the more she realized this was something different. Tandra's howl was long and mournful, and it seemed to go on forever. Jackie had never heard her dog make a sound like that before, and it scared her. It sounded so sad. The poor thing must have been in a lot of pain. As soon as the sun came up, Jackie rushed Tundra outside to check for any injuries. She looked over her dog's body and couldn't find anything wrong. The dog seemed fine otherwise and was acting like nothing had happened. Still, Jackie was worried about the strange yelp and took Tundra to the vet to be sure. The vet did some tests and gave Tundra a clean bill of health. He told Jackie that he couldn't find anything physically wrong with the dog, but suggested that maybe she was having some sort of pain or discomfort that he couldn't identify. He recommended that she take Tundra home and monitor her behavior. It was only then that Jackie remembered Tundra's strange behavior had started the night before, after she lost her favorite toy. The stuffed animal had been with Tundra since she was a puppy, and the two were inseparable. Every night before bed, Jackie would play with the toy and then leave it by Tundra's bed, so she could cuddle with it while she slept. The night before, Jackie had accidentally left the toy on the couch, and Tundra must have gotten anxious when she went to bed and found her toy was there. Could that have caused her to let out such a mournful yelp? When Jackie got home from the vet, she made sure Tundra's favorite toy was in bed with her. That night, Takey did unhear any more yelping and assumed that maybe she'd been right and Tundra was just upset about her toy. But the next night, it happened again. Tundra let out a long, drawn-out howl in the middle of the night, almost like she was crying. And the following night, the same thing happened again. Jackie was at her wits' end. She loved her dog and couldn't bear to hear her in distress. Just as she was about to call the vet again, she remembered something. Her grandmother had told her about a similar incident that happened to a husky she used to own. The old woman explained that when her dog howled like that, it wasn't because she was in pain or feeling unwell. She was simply mourning the loss of her former owner. The woman had passed away and her dog was grieving. Could this be the case with Tundra? Had the dog somehow sensed Jackie's sadness and was showing her support? It seemed far-fetched, but it was the only explanation that made sense. From that day on, Jackie made sure to spend extra time with Tundra, especially at night. And sure enough, the dog's nightly yelps became less frequent and eventually stopped altogether. This just goes to show that sometimes our pets can be more attuned to our emotions than we give them credit for. If you ever hear a dog howling like this, it may be worth checking in with them to see if they're feeling okay. They may not be able to tell us in words, but they might just need a little extra love and attention. Now you know. Don't forget to share this video with your friends so they can learn about this too.